Imagine a place where a river, over a mile wide, simply vanishes into the earth, where the ground trembles under your feet, and a plume of mist rises so high it can be seen for miles. This isn't a fantasy. It's a real place, known to the world as Victoria Falls, but known to locals for centuries by a more fitting name, Mosi-oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders. The roar is the first thing you notice, a deep, guttural sound that vibrates through your entire body, a constant reminder of the raw power you're about to witness. Then, you see the smoke, a towering column of spray, a permanent cloud born from the chaos below. This is the thunder. This is the smoke. This is a place that commands respect before you even lay eyes on it. Stretching over 1,700 meters across and dropping more than 100 meters down, Victoria Falls is the largest single sheet of falling water on the planet. It's not the highest, nor the widest, but the sheer volume of water plunging into the abyss creates a spectacle unlike any other. Standing at its edge, you're not just looking at a waterfall. You're staring into a chasm of pure, unadulterated awe. The Zambezi River, calm and serene just moments before, transforms into a raging torrent, a liquid avalanche that has carved this gorge over millennia. The story of this wonder begins some 180 million years ago. It wasn't a sudden, cataclysmic event, but a slow, patient process. Volcanic activity laid down a thick blanket of hard basalt rock across this part of Africa. As this massive sheet cooled, it cracked, creating a grid of fissures. For millions of years, the mighty Zambezi River flowed over this plateau, searching for a weakness. It found one. The river began to eat away at the softer rock, filling these cracks, carving a path, slowly but surely. This is the dance of elements, the irresistible force of water against the immovable object of ancient stone. The result is this breathtaking series of zigzagging gorges. The current waterfall is just the latest in a long line. Upstream, you can see the scars of at least 7 previous waterfalls, a geological timeline etched into the landscape, showing us where the falls used to be. It's a constant retreat, a slow-motion erosion that continues to this day, a testament to the patient, relentless power of nature. Clinging to the very edge of this watery chaos is a world teeming with life, a unique rainforest, sustained entirely by the constant spray from the falls. This is a microclimate, an emerald oasis that exists only because of the waterfall's eternal mist. Giant ferns, wild date palms, and towering mahogany trees create a dense canopy, dripping with moisture. It feels prehistoric, a lost world shielded from the drier savanna that surrounds it. These are the emerald guardians of the falls, a lush, vibrant ecosystem that thrives in the heart of the thunder. And within this green sanctuary, life whispers. The rainforest is a haven for delicate orchids, some of which are found nowhere else on earth. Brightly colored butterflies flit through the sun-dappled mist, and the air is filled with the songs of countless birds, like the trumpeter hornbill and the elusive Livingstone's dorako. You might catch a glimpse of a bushbuck cautiously stepping through the undergrowth, or hear the chatter of vervet monkeys in the canopy above. These are the whispers of the wild, a gentle counterpoint to the roaring symphony of the falls just meters away. The first people to call this place home were the Tonga and Lozi peoples. For them, the falls were not a tourist attraction, but a sacred site, a place of immense spiritual power. They saw the rainbow in the mist as a divine presence, and believed the thundering water was the voice of their ancestors. Local communities would conduct ceremonies at the edge of the chasm, making offerings to appease the river god, Nyami Nyami. These weren't just stories. They were a way of life, a deep connection to the land and the river that sustained them. These are the whispers in the spray, the ancient human history that is woven into the very fabric of Mosi-oa-Tunya. Then, in 1855, a new whisper joined the chorus. A Scottish missionary and explorer, Dr. David Livingstone, was guided to the falls by local people. He was the first European to witness this spectacle. Overwhelmed by its beauty, he wrote in his journal, "Scenes so lovely must have been gazed upon by angels in their flight." In an act that would forever change the destiny of the falls, he named them after his queen, Victoria. While his discovery opened the falls to the outside world, it's crucial to remember that this place had been known, revered, and named for centuries before he ever arrived. Livingstone's report sparked a wave of interest across the British Empire. The falls became a symbol of colonial ambition and romantic adventure. Sunni explorers, hunters, and prospectors began to arrive, drawn by tales of this natural wonder at the heart of what they called darkest Africa. An empire's gaze was now fixed upon the Zambezi. This marked the beginning of a new era, one that would bring both development and profound challenges to this once isolated paradise. Perhaps the most audacious symbol of this new era is the Victoria Falls Bridge. Completed in 1905, it was a key part of Cecil Rhodes's ambitious and ultimately unrealized dream of a railway line stretching from Cape Town to Cairo, an engineering marvel for its time. It spans the second gorge, with the falls as its dramatic backdrop. The construction was perilous, a testament to human ingenuity and sheer will. Standing on the bridge today, with the spray of the falls on your face and the deep gorge plunging beneath you, you can feel the weight of that history, the meeting of industrial ambition and untamed nature. But this story is not without its shadows. The very things that make Victoria Falls so magnificent, the immense volume of water and its dramatic drop, also make it a prime location for hydroelectric power. Dams built upstream on the Zambezi regulate the river's flow, impacting the natural flood cycles that the entire ecosystem depends on. This is the river's plea, a cry for balance. While providing essential electricity for the region, this development fundamentally alters the character of the falls, especially during the dry season when parts of the vast rock face can become completely exposed. The pressures don't stop there. The growth of tourism, while vital for the local economies of both Zambia and Zimbabwe, brings its own set of challenges. The development of hotels, the noise from helicopters and microlights offering flights of angels, and the sheer volume of foot traffic all place a strain on this fragile environment. These are the shadows in paradise, a reminder that our love for a place can, if not managed carefully, threaten its very existence. The balance between sharing this wonder with the world and preserving it for future generations is a constant struggle. Thankfully, there are guardians at the precipice. National parks on both the Zambian and Zimbabwean sides work to protect the falls and the surrounding wilderness. UNESCO has designated it a World Heritage Site, recognizing its universal value to humanity. Conservation groups and local communities are increasingly working together on sustainable tourism initiatives, aiming to create a future where both people and nature can thrive. Their work is a race against time, a dedicated effort to ensure that the smoke that thunders doesn't fall silent. The future of Victoria Falls hangs in the balance. It is a legacy we all share. Will we see it merely as a resource to be exploited or an attraction to be consumed? Or will we see it as Mosi-oa-Tunya, a sacred, living entity that deserves our protection and respect? The choices we make today regarding climate change, water management, and sustainable development will determine what this place looks like 100 years from now. A legacy is being written in the flow of the Zambezi, and its final chapter is up to us. To visit Victoria Falls is to experience something timeless. You are standing where David Livingstone stood, where generations of Tonga and Lozi people stood before him, and where the river has roared for millennia. You are a fleeting witness to a geological epic, an echo in time. The mist on your face is the same mist that has sustained the rainforest for centuries, a physical connection to the past and a promise for the future. As you walk away, the thunder fades, but it never truly leaves you. The image of that vast curtain of water, the feeling of the trembling earth, the sight of the constant rainbow in the mist becomes a part of you. This is the enduring mist of Mosi-oa-Tunya. It's a symbol of nature's immense power, its delicate beauty, and its incredible resilience. Victoria Falls is more than just a destination. It's a conversation between water and stone, between the past and the present, between humanity and the wild. It's a promise whispered on the wind, a promise that as long as the Zambezi flows, there will be thunder, there will be smoke, and there will be wonder. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you were inspired by the power of this incredible place, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story.